Sunlight, dearest sunlight, I am calling you across the old room. Sunlight, dearest sunlight, I would like to come out of the womb. Something in me feels like all of me, and we dance all alone. Come on in.
Good morning. I'm at Caister Beach. It's a location I've wanted to photograph for a long time actually, and I've managed to finally get here. You need a kind of receding tide about an hour or 2 hours after high tide, which is we're about 3 hours after high tide here. Just longish exposures. I'm playing around with the shutter speed for this. Of these Ziggy-zaggy groins, which are quite famous, little metal groins, and there's supposed to be 9 of these on the beach, but I think they're all buried under the sand because I only see one lot. Someone's really helped me put this really horrible post in the way, so I've been shooting to the left of it, and I'm just going to clone it out, but I'm making sure that it's not over the end ones there, because otherwise Photoshop won't know what's there. But I'm going to cut that out, I think, because I don't like it. In the distance we've got some wind turbines merrily blowing away, and we're at sunrise, which is in, well, it's about 5 minutes ago. Sunrise has not been brilliant, it's not been too bad, but it's not been the best. We've seen some seals bobbing around out in the distance there. We're going to photograph those again later on after Horsey. So there might be some more groins appearing over here on to my left, but we're a little bit kind of disappointed because I followed the guidebooks, I looked at my research, it's part of a lifeboat station, go over the beach, which is what we did. Nothing at all. I saw a local dog walk and I said, how are the zigzaggy groins? So they're up the other end, but they're not really supposed to be here if you look at Google. It's very odd. But I've got a picture or two. Just going to play around for a little bit longer, just with shutter speed. Now, I've been using 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and to be honest, it's a little bit too blurred, I think. So I'm going to try and get the shutter speed somewhere around a 15th, 20th, maybe 8th of a second, which means I'll have to up the ISO a little bit. And what will happen there is I'll just get the water blurred, but not too much. The delay on the camera, I usually have on 3 seconds to stop any camera shake, but I've put it on to 0.2 seconds, so it just gives me a chance to click the button, the shutter release, without causing any shake. But hopefully it'll mean I can time the waves coming in, which is something else that I like about the Z7 II. Okay, so I'm shooting portrait, and I've got some pictures there now which I quite like. They're okay, but what I want to do now is I'm going to lower the legs a little bit. Obviously, I've got to be very careful. We'll see water coming in, and we do get the occasional big wave. But I want to get really close to these posts because there's some little stones sticking in, and I'm hoping that half a second, quarter of a second, a little bit of waves going around it, a little bit of water going around it will look quite nice, but it means I'm going to have to get quite close to the water. So if you see me running, it's because there's a wave coming in. And with Seascapes, you have to do quite a lot of shots often, and then pick your best one, like that one. I wanted to get some of the sea going through these posts, which I've got there. I'm really happy with that, and that's nice as well, because that came in from the right direction. Maybe. But don't be afraid with this situation, just to take a load. And it's often then really hard to decide which one you like the best. That could be better. No, yes. That's perfect. That's lovely. Let me show you that one. Put it on the screen. Oh, nobody can see that. Look at that. It's really nice. always been quite adventurous with my photography. I'm shooting landscape now, and I'm getting in a lot closer, concentrating on this stone or this pebble that's stuck in here, in these rocks here, in this groins here, which I really like. Focus stuff on it. I've got lowest legs down, so I'm going to have to be very aware of the fact that I could at any point get wet. Make sure it's level. And now all I'm doing is waiting for a wave to come in. That might be interesting. That one actually, that's alright. And this shutter speed that I'm using of a half a second means that I'm getting, as the waves are crashing in, they're kind of half blurred. So what I'm going to do is go even lower with the legs. And I'll do that by, I'll just show you. So on the tripod legs, just pull that out. And then it's got various little steps like that. Look. See that? All three of them. Pull it out, pull the leg out, push it in. And that can now do that. So again, I've got to be a little bit careful of the waves coming in, but the tide is receding. So you need, in a seascape shoot, you need to know what's happening with the water, with the tide, and I know it's receding, it's going out. So there will be the odd big wave, but mostly it's going to be okay. So we're going to get real close now, or low down, which will allow me to get the little sunrise sky in, a little patch of light there. Here we go. Cool. Whew. Right, well, I enjoyed that. I've never seen so many people on a beach at 7 o'clock on a Monday morning. I mean, it's people everywhere. I was expecting to be here on our own. I love Mondays because most people are at work. But I've never seen so many. There's dogs. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see at least 11 dogs in this place, this little bit of beach, which is amazing. But it's nice to see people out, I guess. And it's October, but it's still about 17 degrees. I'm just in a little jumper and it feels lovely. But there we go, we've seen seals, we've seen some ziggy-zaggy groins. I wouldn't say this is a complete and utter success, this. I mean, I've hopefully got some nice pictures. Just going to wait, and there's more ziggy-zaggy groins behind your camera. So I'm just going to have a little wander up there and see if there's not something else we can photograph. So I'm glad I moved further down the beach. We've got, this one's fallen over, and there's another one over there. What I'm going to do now is put the 14mm on, 14 to 30, get really close to this. A bit reluctant to do it at the moment because there's loads of dogs walking about, a lot of them are barking, so we'll just take it easy for a bit. But we've still got a little bit of light, still got another 20 minutes or so, I reckon, to get another image. So let's do that now. Okay, so I'm in the middle of a 90-second exposure, minute and a half. Gone really wide angle with this. I'm at 17mm, trying to get in close to this groin, which I really like. I've got that one in, and the sky and the wind farm. The problem I have is if the waves come up to the tripod, it's just going to sink, and then the exposure's ruined. So I'm just hoping we get some waves around here, but not to the camera. This is my third attempt at this. Now the actual file itself is a little underexposed, but I don't mind that because the Z7 II has got such brilliant dynamic range, and the shadows it can pull out are amazing. So I'm hoping that we're going to be okay. We've got 40 seconds left. So far so good. There's some lovely water on some lovely dampness on these iron posts here, which are reflecting the light a little bit, so they're going to really stand out. And a nice long exposure. We're going to see that a little bit. Oh, please no. Oh, and that's that one gone again. Just on the edge of it. 15 more seconds and I would have been fine. Right, let's try again, and hopefully I'll get a picture to show you. I think I got one. I think the tripod's so buried now in this sand. Ah! Look at that. How long we got left? 26 seconds. No, it's all right. It's all right. 20 seconds left, but I think the last one I did was okay. I've had a little zoom in on the screen on the back to have a look at it. It looks all right. This one will definitely be okay. 13 seconds left. I should just about manage it. Right, cool. So what I'm going to do is process those, put those up on the screen, and just say thank you very much for tuning in as ever. So from a very precarious or a Caister-on-sea beach, I'll see you next week, 6 o'clock Sunday. Be there. Enjoy.
Something in me feels like all of me. All I see is in you. Something in me feels like